Alright, hello everybody, welcome to another video, and today I want to talk a little bit about TENNOCON 2020, because pretty much every person that jumped into the stream yesterday over on Twitch was like, hey, MC, hey, what do you think about TENNOCON, eh? Did you like that? Did you like this? What do you think? So I thought, hey, might as well make a proper video and talk about it a little bit. So overall, I was extremely impressed with what I saw, but the best thing for me anyway was that they addressed my biggest complaint from previous TENNOCONs, which was hyping people way too much, way too far in advance. Right? They always had all this cool stuff and they would show it to us, they would hype us up, but it would always take a long time for us to get everything that was shown into the game. Like for example last year, right? They showcased the Orvalis, which we got in a reasonable amount of time, but then they also showcased the Railjack, which took them significantly longer to implement into the game, and even then they showcased it landing in Orvalis, which is still not possible. Whereas this year it was like, hey, here's Deimos, it's replacing the data lake, here are all the nodes, we can actually go into like the open worldish section of this and say hello to our space stepmom and do some stuff, you know, run around in a mech and all that kind of shenanigans. We were even able to go to a relay and see sort of projections of little bits and pieces of what was going on, so right off the bat it was far more obvious that this update was much farther along than any of the previous ones they showcased at TENNOCON. Hell, even most stuff they showcased on dev streams actually. And it's true, most of this is actually done because it is coming out on all platforms on August 25th. Now as far as the demo stuff is concerned, I absolutely loved it. I don't think there was a single thing that I was like, I don't know about that. I just loved all of it. The characters were fantastic. The area itself was absolutely gorgeous. I always thought it'd be interesting to have sort of an open, infested world like this with just stuff towering in the distance and weird things popping up left, right and center. And I don't know if I'm the only one, but the open sort of world, the Cambion Drift on the Deimos gave me some serious Deepholm vibes from World of Warcraft, which is a good thing because I loved Deepholm during Cataclysm. And overall, it just once again showcased the thing I love about DE and GGG as well, which is, well, basically anything can happen. If they think it's cool, they will put it in, right? We go into Deimos and it's like, hey, here is an infested planty, noodly army, space stepmom that calls you a thug. And why is that exactly? Well, because why not? Right? Or, and this I thought was really cool as well, they were like, what if we took the Warframe, right, which is essentially a mech suit, and put it into a bigger mech suit, eh? It's just this kind of stuff that I love about them, and as I said, there was nothing that I thought was weird or I wasn't sure about it. Everything just looked good. So all in all, the Deimos gets a big thumbs up from me. I am super duper excited for it. And the second thing I want to talk about is the Helminth room changes and the Warframe ability swaps and all that kind of shenanigans, which I thought was really cool as well. So the idea of just feeding your surplus resources to the Helminth, for me, sounds really good because it gives the resources some meaning, especially for people like me, right? Because I have tons of resources, I have nothing to do with them, so when I'm getting resources and missions, it's kind of pointless. I can donate some of them to the clan dojo, but that's about it. But now I'll be able to throw them at Helminth, he will nom them up and he will be happy and I will get some benefit from it. So as far as just straight up resource sinks are concerned, I like this idea a lot. And then there was a whole idea of being able to swap Warframe abilities in and out. Now as far as I understand this is you will get some basic abilities from Helminth and feeding him and all of that, but you will also be able to sacrifice Warframes to Helminth and he will then gain one of the abilities from the frame and you'll be able to swap it onto another frame in exchange for another ability. Now they did say that this is going to be somewhat restricted and I am pretty sure it's going to be very restricted. Like, I can nearly guarantee you that you won't be able to move around things like Celestial Twin because, you know, Celestial Twin is probably the best first Warframe ability that any Warframe has. And I actually think most of the abilities that people are really excited about, at least in my chat yesterday on Twitch, are not gonna be possible to move around. Like, I remember someone being like, oh, I'm gonna have this frame with peacemakers, and I was like, no you won't. So unlike with the Heart of Deimos, where I'm just like overwhelmingly positive and I can't find anything wrong with it, this one we will have to wait and see. And finally, I also quickly want to mention the broken frame because everyone and their mum keeps asking me about it, and I'll basically say the same thing I always do. It's a frame, it's broken, we have plenty of those, right? We have plenty of frames, so I guess I'll just have to play with it and see whether I like it or not. Some of the stuff it can do and that was showcased looks really cool though. So yeah, TENNOCON 2020, super duper cool and I'm very excited to try it out. That's pretty much it. So as always guys, I thank you very much for watching and listening. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I'll see you some other time. Bye bye.